and welcome to the Gondala News.
Broadcasting this postcard back to the U.S. from Wellington, New Zealand.
I'm Adriana Skipper.
And I'm Kyle Zevitz.
With our first story, with the haka. Tonight we find out what it's like to face the famous haka dance. A haka is a dance in which the whole body moves to impart meaning. A kamate is the best known of all Maori haka. A famous chief called Tirupura was persuaded by his enemies, was hidden in the kamara, a sweet potato pit, by a remarkably hairy chief of a friendly tribe. The wife of the chief sat in front of the entrance of the pit, hiding him. As the Tirupura sat in the darkness, waiting for his enemies to go away, he whispered to himself, I may die, I may die, I may live, I may live. When his pursuers had gone and climbed from the pit and joyfully declared, this is the hairy man who fetched the sun and caused it to shine. Again, one step upward, another step upward. The sun shines. This traditional dance has since passed through generations and is famously used by the national rugby team, the All Blacks, before the beginning of the game. So what is it like to face such a performance? And we are now over to our swag reporter, Dominique, who is in the United States rugby team, who are just about to face the haka.
Hi, I'm Dominique, trackside with Johnny McTries and Toby J. Bryant from the All Blacks rugby team. Toby, how did it feel before the game tonight?
Well, we knew this was going to be a hard game, and we had our doubts, but Johnny McTries comes through again, like always. Thanks to all the fans that came out today.
Johnny, how did you feel after the game tonight?
Felt great. We won the game. My dude, Toby Jet Terry, gave me 5 assists, and we're the champs. So yeah.
Who would you say inspires you?
Olivia Myers.
Johnny, why does Olivia inspire you?
She's our trainer, you know. She helps us, prepares us for games, and helps us win.
Olivia, how does it feel to be an inspiration to the All Blacks?
Well, it makes me feel really good about myself because whenever my team wins a game, it makes me feel like I'm doing my job really well. And to be their inspirational person, I feel really honored, and I'm just very, very proud of my team.
So, being an award-winning rugby team, who sponsors you?
Sperry, the shoe of the champions.
Thank you for joining us today, and great job on the champions. Now back to you, Kyle.
Thanks, Dominique. Now let's take a look at the controversial issue that has divided the locals and annoying the good folks of Hollywood. Wellington is New Zealand's capital city, and everything you would ever want to in one compact area. It also calls itself, or has been referred to as, Wellywood. On the account of its modest input, the world of film is the home of the world's famous Weta production company, responsible for the Lord of the Rings trilogy, District 9, and Avatar, as well as the upcoming features like Hobbit and Tintin. All well and good, but the fact is that does the city need to celebrate its success in the world of entertainment by putting a large white Wellywood sign in the style of the world's famous Hollywood sign on the hillside? Some say yes. Over 7,500 Facebook followers and some Hollywood executives who say it is a breach of copyright say no. It is better way to promote and celebrate Wellington's international reputation and success. Or is there must be a large sign on a hillside? Could it be possibly say something else? To discuss these matters and some alternatives, we go to our entertainment reporter, Sorelli.
Thanks, Kyle. I'm Sareli Hinojosa, and here with me today is a spokesperson from the Wellington Airport, Gabriela Betancourt, and top Hollywood honcho, Alexandra Guerra. Okay, so my first question is for you, Gabby. What do you hope the Wellywood sign is going to do for the city?
I think it'll bring a lot of tourism into the city, and a lot of our economy will grow bigger because many people from the United States will come visit.
Okay, so over to you, Alexandra. What's the reaction to the Hollywood sign?
Well, in my opinion, I don't agree with this. And well, I've seen on Facebook that many other from California and the United States are not agreeing with this because it's not fair that we had the idea all this time and just suddenly Wellington wants to put Wellywood. What is that? I mean, we don't like this.
Okay. Well, so instead of Wellywood, do you have any other suggestions, like something else?
Another suggestion would be Wellyside, and I think it's a better idea because Wellywood would make a bigger controversy with people from Hollywood.
Oh, well, Alexandra, what do you think if we do put a sign that says Wellywood or Wellyside? Do you think there's going to be a conflict between the United States and New Zealand?
Well, maybe if you put Wellywood, yes, but if you put Wellyside, maybe I've even thinking about that. That's a good name to put, but just like put it a little bit different. It doesn't seem like very alike with the Wellywood sign, and that would be a little bit better.
Okay, well, how about a big sign that says Wellyside? I'm Sareli Nojosa for Gondola News, and back to you, Skipper.
Thanks, Sorelli. And now we'll look at the Kiwi language through the Rugby World Cup hosted by New Zealand. In just under 100 days' time, we tried to impact the mumbly, occasionally most stylifying language that the locals here have created out of English. When tourists arrive in New Zealand, one of the first things they notice is that even though everybody might not speak English, they can't understand a word the locals are saying. There's a lot of unique phrases used there in New Zealand, such as the all-purpose sweet as or the unspeakable cheer along. With this is an interesting vowel structure, and which seems to put you into every word that is in the common phrases such as F and chips, and the local delicacy becomes fish and chips. New Zealander ladies also tend to say everything with a raising intonation, even midday through a sentence, so that everything sounds like a question, which is disconcerting, because tourists often try to say, oh crap, what a Kiwi will be saying, even though it's not a question. Meanwhile, the New Zealand male will tend to start a sentence strongly, then trail away to the mumble after just one or two words. Add to this inclusion of phrases incorporated from the Maori language, such as tumiki, meaning too much, or kai, meaning food, just confuses things even more. We go now over to the language guide, Jada, who is just a couple of Kiwis right now, and is going to try to unravel what they're saying with conversation. What's up? How are you getting on there, bae?
Good day, mate. So, whenever I first got here, I noticed that you guys say sweet as a lot. What exactly does that mean?
Well, sweet as means like kind of like cool. Like, and if you ask like how are you, you can say I'm sweet as, I'm doing all right, everything's good, and it's kind of like a chill kind of phrase, you know.
So whenever you use sweet as, you use it as a term as in, well, that's sweet as.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay. Any other input?
No.
No? Okay. So, whenever you guys say chur, when is it appropriate to use the word?
Well, chur can be used for saying thank you. Like if you need help with something and your friend comes, oh, sure, mate, thanks. And it can also be used as saying goodbye. You know, it's just a nice way to say bye and thank you.
Okay. So, whenever I first got here, I was in the airport and everybody says, Kia ora! What exactly does that mean?
It means like hello, and it can be used in many different terms like hello, goodbye, good luck, I guess. Thank you.
Oh, and you have to say it with a lot of fun. You can't just be very dull and go kia ora. You gotta go kia ora and be very happy about it.
Okay. So, whenever you guys say righto, what does that mean? Does it mean like that's right or what? What does it mean?
It means like okay, like you're agreeing with them, like all right.
Any other intake? No? Okay, so that was sweet-ass interview. Well, thank you guys, and I'm Jada reporting back to you guys in the studio.
And sure to you, Rib. Let's go over to look at Maya and look at the weather. What can we expect from up and down from this fabulous, gorgeous country? Is rain?
Squeeze at the weather across Aotearoa. Starting in the far north, in Kaitea, look out for some pretty flash flooding and raindrops as big as your head. If you're going outside, wear a hat. In Auckland, there'll be a mix of rain and ice, so try not to slide on the ice while driving, or there'll be a few tragic accidents. There will be no weather at all for the Bay of Plenty. It's taking a short holiday, but is expected to be back for the weekend. In Napier and Hastings, the weather will be sometimes changeable and sometimes not. We have really no idea what will happen there. In Taranaki, a mild depression brings with it a very dull day, with no highlights at all. It'll be overcast and gloomy all morning, but things should cheer up by the evening with a bit of sun. Wellington will have another capital day. There will be no wind at all, and the conditions will be so pleasant they'll actually be extreme. In the top of the South Island of Kaikoura, can always expect to have a good day, sunny and calm surroundings, except for tomorrow, when you can expect the worst weather you've ever seen. A real mix for Christchurch, which will have some unreasonable rainfall, some sensible wind, moderate thunderstorms, and very bad snowstorm. In the lower south and Dunedin will be frosty and cold and unfriendly until late morning, when the sun will pop over for a visit. That's all for me. Remember, if it's raining outside, that's the weather for you. Back to the mates in the studio.
Thank you, Maya. And on that note, we might as well call it a wrap. We have hoped you enjoy our show.
Many thanks to each of our guests, and thank you very much for watching.
Until then, I'm Adriana Skipper.
And I'm Kyle Zavitz for Gondala's. Goodbye.
You know I rock.